When Keanu Reeves steps onto the stage of the Melissa Carter show, the audience anticipates yet another polite and thoughtful conversation with Hollywood's most beloved star. But Melissa? She's not here for a friendly chat. She has a plan. Behind the cameras, producers are already preparing their edits. The questions? Carefully designed to trap him. The audience? Handpicked to turn against him at just the right moment. This isn't just an interview, it's an ambush. Yet, as Keanu takes his seat, his face reveals nothing. Melissa smiles, confident that she's about to craft the viral moment of the year. But what she doesn't realize, Keanu already sees the trap. And in just a few minutes, he's about to flip it right back on her. Before we dive into the full story, let us know where you're watching from. And if you enjoy stories like this, hit that subscribe button because tomorrow, we've got another special one for you. The invitation. It arrived on a quiet Tuesday morning. Keanu Reeves sat at his kitchen table, sipping black coffee, scrolling through his inbox. Movie schedules, charity event invitations, fan letters. Then, one subject line caught his eye. Exclusive invitation. A candid conversation on the Melissa Carter show. Keanu's eyes skimmed the message. Melissa Carter, one of the most influential talk show hosts in America. Her show? Known for tackling controversy. Her interviews? Sharp, strategic, often designed to challenge traditional Hollywood figures. Keanu wasn't naive. He knew exactly what this was. Still, he took another sip of coffee, exhaled slowly, and typed his response. I'd be honored. The setup. Back at the Melissa Carter show studio, the producers huddled around a whiteboard, mapping out the perfect trap. Melissa leaned against her desk, flipping through her cue cards. He's an easy target, her producer, Jake, smirked. Keanu Reeves? Seriously? People love that guy. Melissa rolled her eyes. Exactly. That's why it'll work. The world sees him as this wholesome, untouchable, nice guy. But Hollywood? It's evolving. We need new narratives. She tossed a card onto the table. We'll paint him as outdated, stuck in the past, a relic of a Hollywood that should be left behind. Jake nodded. And if he plays into it? Melissa smirked. Then we make sure that clip goes viral. The arrival. The day of the interview, Keanu pulled up on his black motorcycle, his demeanor as steady as ever. Crew members whispered as he walked past, some excited, some skeptical. Even the security guard at the entrance couldn't help but grin. Big fan, Mr. Reeves. Keanu gave a small nod. Thanks, man. Inside, Melissa's team moved swiftly. Cameras were adjusted. The audience was carefully curated, some devoted fans, others prepped to challenge him. Every angle meticulously designed to craft a narrative. And Keanu? He simply took his seat, hands folded in his lap. Melissa greeted him with a flawless smile. The red light on the camera blinked. Keanu Reeves, welcome to the show. And just like that, the trap was set. The first move. Melissa leaned in, her tone warm, inviting, almost too perfect. Let's start with something simple. What do you think about the future of Hollywood? Keanu smiled, a small, calm, knowing smile. What no one in the room realized, not Melissa, not the producers, not the strategically placed audience, was that Keanu Reeves had already seen straight through them. And in just minutes, he was about to turn this entire interview on its head. Keanu's words lingered in the air, heavy with meaning. The audience, once primed to challenge him, was now staring at Melissa instead. A few exchanged glances. Some even nodded. Melissa swallowed, her carefully curated plan unraveling before her eyes. She had set the trap, but somehow, she was the one caught in it. Keanu leaned forward slightly, his voice still calm, unwavering. The future of Hollywood isn't about pushing people out, he said. It's about telling stories that matter. Experience doesn't erase new voices, it elevates them. Melissa opened her mouth, scrambling for a rebuttal, but Keanu wasn't finished. If we want real change, he continued, we shouldn't be dividing generations. We should be learning from each other. Because the moment we stop respecting those who came before us. He paused, letting his words settle. We teach the next generation that one day, they'll be disposable too.
Silence.
And then applause. Soft at first, then growing louder. The very audience meant to turn against him was now rallying behind him. Melissa's fingers clenched around her cue cards. She had lost control. The producers in the control room were in chaos. This wasn't the viral moment they wanted. This wasn't the downfall of a Hollywood legend. This was something else entirely. Melissa forced a tight smile, but the damage was done. Keanu Reeves had walked into a trap. And without raising his voice, without a single moment of anger,